Are we live? Oh, yes! Good evening, Tampa Bay! And all the 55 countries listening to my communique. This is the Rockit Man Show, and we're ready to rock on some news and some music that you've never heard before. So, and we have a little rant and rave about, well, you'll find out later on in the show, but I'm sure you'll be quite entertained. Anyway, with this, this is Rockit Man and my co-host, David J.
Hey, it's a pleasure being on the show. Thank you, everybody out here in Radio Land. We love it in here on the Rockit Man Show. Got some news for you here, and the rant and raving is interesting. I come in here, I didn't know what that was all about. I'll tell you, man. I got to talk to Rockit Man about that.
Oh yeah, you'll be pleasantly surprised. This is election year, and we're going to be bashing somebody real good about their continued non-progress. So let's roll on to the Rockit Man Show. Now we have a little news about the Rolling Stones. They have confirmed their 50th anniversary tour dates. Wow, that's 50 years in the making of a tour all around the world. How about that? They're still together. That's an amazement in itself, since most bands don't stay together no more than a year. What do you say to that, David J?
It's that, just to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the band's got to be together 25 years or longer with the credits and amazing, talent.
Is that like a
25? That's a criteria. That's what they have to do. 25 years. Can you imagine? I just had a band on yesterday. Was only together for a month, and how much bands come and go all the time. It's amazing.
Well, I could probably name a few bands that have been like that. Say Styx, yeah. Kansas, Foreigner. They've been together for at least 25 years.
Wow.
Boston. Boston's been through some personnel changes. They even have a female as their bass player. I would love to be able to go to one of their concerts and with a shirt that says, "Hey, let me get up on stage and try it once," because I can play every instrument and every song just the way you do, and that would be no lie, because I play about I play about 9 instruments, and if I knew that I was going to try and make a chance at it, I would study each and every instrument and get it perfect. So that's something that I would shoot for, But for the most part, I'm going to be interviewing some of the latest rock bands, local and national recording artists. Now, here's a little bit more news about some people in rock and roll. Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie feuded on stage. This is a big eruption right there. What is the world coming to? And there's a new Aerosmith song streaming online, so you might want to check that out online. Metallica is being honored to replace Green Day. Now, Green Day is another band that's been out there for a long time. I'm not so sure that they've been there for 25 years.
Well, you know what the problem is? Billy Joe Armstrong, he had a tirade on stage, and what happened was he had to go into rehab. Right now, Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day is focusing on getting back and better. They were scheduled to be the headliners at the New Orleans Voodoo Music Festival and Arts Experience this month. But, Green Day had to back out. Can you imagine a big festival like that, the Voodoo Festival in New Orleans, and having a major band and what would that do to their popularity? Well, Metallica came and stepped in, the number one, metal band. Metallica stepped in because they love Green Day so much. They didn't want Green Day to get, dissed by the fans for backing out. And so the Metallica takes over now for headlining at the Voodoo Fest.
Did you know that every member of Green Day has a family?
I had no clue.
Oh yeah, they have a wife and children and all of that. They haven't missed out on life's rewards such as that. So they still are able to tour and do the family thing. That is an amazing feat in itself, with how much time that they have to spend on the road.
Yeah, but Metallica, taking over for Green Day. This is the first time they've done the Voodoo Festival, and Lars Ulrich is really excited about it, helping his friends out there from the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, and they're real good buddies with all of the members of Green Day. So everything's going to work out really well for that festival. And, everything's going to be right. We're praying for Billy Joe, man, getting better. We miss him so much, He's a great lead vocalist, and he's the whole thing for that Green Day experience.
Billy Joe or Billy Joel?
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little news. Eddie Van Halen has been named the greatest guitarist of all time. What an honor to be bestowed upon. I would think that Eric Clapton would be one of the greatest guitarists of all time. But,
Eric Clapton is claimed to be number 2 by Rolling Stone magazine in the top 100 guitar players of all time, and Jimi Hendrix is number 1. Of course, Jimi Hendrix is not with us, and Eric is. So Eric is probably the number 1 guitar player alive right now. Jimmy Page is 3, but Eddie Van Halen clearly, you've got different, people that are analyzing the best musicians, the best guitar players of all time. And so, you get different folks up in the top 5 and whatnot, but, they're pretty consistent. The top 10, there's just 10 guitar players that are pretty much always in the, running for the best of all,
It seems that Queensryche have recruited a different singer about a year ago. I don't understand what was wrong with the last singer. I thought he was perfect for the band, for what they actually do. So, when it comes to Queensryche, I wish you good luck. One of my favorite albums that you ever put out was Empire, but the one after that was pretty good too. There was one acoustic song that I thought was really good, and it's got a lot of great lows when it comes to the bass part on it, which is a phenomenal bass part. It's probably in what they have put into as far as the guitar playing goes.
Getting back to the guitar playing and that, and what makes a lot of money for the groups and that, Eric Clapton's been around a long time. He's got 50 years into and that, and he buys these paintings and that. Gerhard Richter painting that he bought, and he bought it for like $3.4 million in 2001. He just sold it for $34 million. Okay, at Sotheby's auction in London on Friday. Set a record for the highest selling work by a living artist in that. Gerhard Richter painting in that. Works entitled Abstractus Bild 809-4. It was only projected to sell for $19 million. So again, something went wrong. Eric Clapton, you own a picture by Eric Clapton, you're going to add another $17 million. You're going to add some more millions of dollars to the sale, just because it passes through his hands and that. But can you imagine making a return on a $3.4 million beginning price and then selling for $34 million?
Here's a little news. Here's some news that might want you to get to watch Letterman on TV. Kiss is supposed to perform on David Letterman. How about that? For a national show. That's
wild and crazy,
else.
man. All mixed up. Yeah, who are they, man? I mean, God, they're all painted up in that wild and crazy. Even just finding a place for them to play on the stage, in that little studio there is amazing. You've got to have a whole stage that's like a block long, with all the equipment that Kiss puts up and pyrotechnics and all the excitement that goes on with one of their performances. And I know David Letterman's going to really appreciate that, man. He's such a conservative guy and that, but his conservatism is like a tongue-in-cheek kind of comedy routine. It's really, he's going to be having a really good time with Kiss performing, that's for sure. Hey, getting back to the jocks and these announcers, the shock jock Howard Stern blasts Sasha Grey for a racist comment. Okay, brainy porn star Sasha Grey was joining to drape herself in a Palestinian flag, on a Howard show. She said it was a joke, but again, Howard didn't take it that way, being draped in a Palestinian flag, since Sasha Grey is a kind of a sexy lady there that, deals in the porn, but Howard didn't appreciate it much, so he really ribbed her on it and that called her a racist and everything. So I don't know how that goes, but Howard, he gets some amazing people on his show, and a lot of those ladies, they're doing all kinds of funny things, and the audience is kind of vibing on it. So he's a creative guy and that, but he's getting a real political and that. I don't know, I don't think I'd even comment on that from a porn star, where she comes from, and she's just doing her thing and that, draping her body like that in a Palestinian flag. My goodness, wait, she doesn't have to drape her body. Come on now, just show it all, baby. mean, besides Sasha Grey. Okay, well, anyway, Howard's having a good time.
And here's a little news for those of you that are car buffs. Tom Petty is auctioning off his Jaguar. Now, to have a celebrity's vehicle can be another vehicle to more money later on. So if you can buy this Jaguar, by all means do so, because it would be worth more in the future.
Yeah, man, Jags are really hot now. Of course, you got to really store it somewhere now. I wouldn't be parking it in the Walmart parking lot too much, getting banged up in there, I'll tell you.
The only thing about Jaguars, from what I hear, that every 6 months they're in the garage. Whether they be new or used, they're in the garage. Did you also? There's something else people probably don't know, that Jaguars are the company Jaguar is owned by Ford.
I had no clue, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that's amazing to me. Thank you for that. Ford, man. Ford owns everything.
Oh, Ford owns a bunch of vehicles, like Volvo. Mm-hmm. They own Volvo and such as that. There's a lot of different. That's probably why they were the only American car maker that didn't have to borrow government money. Yeah. So I'm glad that GM was able to stay in the running, as well as Dodge, because they both borrowed money. But then you got to think, since they borrowed all that money, who actually owns those companies? The government does. So, if you're thinking of buying a GM or a Dodge, just think you're going to have a government car. So
yeah, all right, a government car, good. Hey, this is a Rockit Man Show. People out there in the audience, now call us and ask us some questions if you'd like to interact with the audience. Now, 727-417-2815.
4017? You mean, if anybody wants to call into the Rockit Man Show, it's 727-597-4022. Never mind the last number that David J.
Thank you for that. That's the Rockit Man Show, man.
We've got
another number here.
Got it in big numbers right up there at the top.
I got to call in on this.
You can't get it wrong.
All right, okay.
Oh, man. Anyway,
no wonder those calls were going somewhere else. I'll tell you, it was short stop somewhere along the way. I lost out there in cyberspace somewhere. Thank you, Rockman, for that. Okay, again, I want to get back to the voting for the 2013 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We've got a number of nominees out there, and the voting is going on now until December 3rd on RollingStone.com. You can vote immediately. Go to RollingStone.com. The top 5 acts will be inducted. So the nominees are right now Albert King, Chick, Deep Purple, Donna Summer, Heart, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Kraftwerk, the Marvelettes, the Meters, NWA, Paul Butterfield Blues Band, Procol Harum, Public Enemy, Randy Newman, and Rush. Right now, the leaders in the voting are Rush and Deep Purple. They lead the poll on the nominees. Remember, you have until December 3rd to vote. There is a nuclear group of artists and professionals also that have their input into the overall inductees. But again, the fans this year, for the first time, will decide who will get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of 2013. Now, that's going to be April 18th. At the Nokia Theater in L.A., first time held in L.A. Since 1993. Usually it's in New York at the Waldorf Astoria. So again, get in there, vote for your favorite bands. They got to be in there 25 years or longer, and plus they've got to have amazing music that gets them up in the Billboard 100 top credit and stay together for a long time. Top 5 acts will be the ones inducted from the fans.
Now, Radiohead is going to be kicking off a new tour, and Peter Frampton comes alive with a new multi-disc release. So that should be something else. Here's a kind of an oddity here. Kenny Chesney, a country singer, is to rock with Sammy Hagar's at Sammy Hagar's birthday bash. Now that's quite an invitation right there. I'd love to be able to rock it with Sammy Hagar. Just being on the same stage with him would be a phenomenal thing, because I would make it a super study of the music to get it more than perfect than the album. But who's to say? Now, Green Day is going to be on the show called CSI soon. So and the Foo Fighters will team up to rock with Rick Springfield with a new song of theirs. So that ought to be something else too. Now we'll be going. I'll be going into my rant here in a little while. So I'm trying to check out the song. But go ahead, David. Let me find something else here.
All right. We gave him a lot of information here. Let's get a little bit of music here going on. Yeah, I got a little original here. Loving You in the Storm.
I hope you have you've already gotten you've already registered that song, right?
Well, first of all, before I register, I better tune up a little bit here. I'll tell you, folks, and then
you have a patent on the song, right?
Again, it is copyrighted to an extent.
Very good. That's that's a very important note for any and all musicians. Always get a copyright. Always get a copyright. Now, the thing is with copywriting is that if you're going to copyright songs, you can do one or the whole album. It'll be the same price. But if you do one at a time, that'll be a costly thing. So try and do them all at once, and you'll fare out a little bit better when it comes to the economics of that.
You better believe it, man. It's always good to be up front there and make sure that you protect your prized equipment.
Now, Whitesnake is releasing has a new TV release and a new episode coming up. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be, but we'll see what's going on. Well, now we're going to listen to some David J. after he's done that.
I'll tell you what, man.
Tuning song.
Clouds darkening in the sky, sound of thunder bursting on high. Traffic stopped to each car, blurry in the haze. White rain pounding on the glass, blocking my gaze. Seeing your image with such clear form, loving you in the storm, loving you in the storm. Ring comes from my phone, calling to tell me I'm so wrong. My heart leaps in expectation, yet my head thumps without anticipation, finding a place to be alone, loving you in the storm, loving you in the storm. Our eyes peering through the glaze, getting it to hold you again now. Bodies caressing as one, in tune with vibrations of the downpour. Gone so quickly in that moment, till we meet sometime soon. Loving you in the storm, loving you in the storm.
All right, David J. on the guitar. Yeah, here we go. Now, I have a little news about Steely Dan's Donald Fagen and Becker are in the studio for an anniversary thing going on. Alanis Morissette also plans to do a live TV event, so let's watch out for that as well. So we'll keep you updated on all of those kind of things and let you know what's going on in the rock and roll world. Now, David J., what else have you got here?
Well, we were talking about Eddie Van Halen, being one of the greatest guitar players.
Oh, by the way, Eddie Van Halen, if you were to guess what song that he played with Michael Jackson, what would it be?
Oh, man, I tell you, Stump the Stars, man. I have no clue, man.
Beat It!
Beat It.
Remember that?
Yeah.
When he sounds just like Van Halen. Well, that was him.
Dynamite, man.
He did an excellent. They had to. They couldn't count on their own guitar player. That's why they went to Eddie Van Halen. He is the greatest guitar player in the world.
And he's self-taught too, man.
Hey, just like me, I've self-taught myself on 9 instruments.
Wow.
And for those of you who are out there in listening to our show, if you are interested in learning an instrument, no matter what it is, I can teach it to you. If you have an interest towards this, please give us a call at 727-597-4022, and I'll give you my cell, and we'll get started on that. This is for those who are in the Tampa Bay area, of course, of Tampa Bay area, Florida. Although this program does go around the world to a minimum of 55 countries all over the world. So we're hoping that something like this would pan out to where we can have you really wanting to learn an instrument, because we are very proficient. Well, I'm very proficient at what I do with music. It's what I've been doing all my life. Yeah, I've even played it in the Disney World Main Street Parade.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's a beautiful parade. All the colors and everything.
Well, this is what I did with my high school.
Oh wow, man! Yeah, marching down there.
I used to live in Chicago, right? Yeah. But I moved to West Virginia, and my high school in West Virginia was invited down because that we were so proficient at what we did. So that is a cherished a time in my life where I really enjoyed coming back to Florida, even though my grandparents did live here at the time. I've been coming to Florida since 1974. That's a long time.
So did you have to raise some money, in the band in that to come down?
Yeah, we had to pay something, but if we had to pay that same thing again, it would be at an astronomical rate right now. You know how much it is to get into Disney World now?
No.
Back then it was something like $35. Now it's $100 a person.
Wow.
Holy shite, Batman! What's the world coming to? And now, since this is about half the time through the day, and I have a little rant that I have to go through here. This is about something that is close to the heart and is close to my neck of the woods. This is about the Pasco County Sheriff's Department in around Newport Richey, Florida. I asked them to come up and I reported something to them because there was somebody doing something wrong to me and to my area, and they came out, and you know what they did? Nothing. Not a damn thing. What is wrong with them? Do you know what the name of their sheriff is?
No.
NOCO, as in no cooperate. This is an election year. Now, if you're out there in the Pasco County area, and you're tired of the present sheriff, the incumbent must go. We have to have a new sheriff, and We got to come up with that phrase. There's a new sheriff in town. So, if anybody has a problem with the Pasco County Sheriff's Department, we invite you to call us at 727-597-4022. We want you to voice your rant as well as us. So we're going in light of all of this. I'm going to play a song for you, which you've probably never heard before. I know you haven't heard before, but it is going to be on the radio all across the country soon. It's not exactly rock and roll. It's almost like Southern rock, but it's a little country. But we're going to do that. But let me say this much. No as in no cooperate. You know, we need a new sheriff in Pasco County. Let's make it happen. This is the election year. Next month is where we can vote him out. His people are not doing what they're supposed to, and I wanted you all to know this because they don't have an inkling of an idea of what to do because of all of these things. Now I'm going to let you know about this, even more later on. But let's play that song that I thought you'd like to hear. Okay, wait a minute. All right. What's wrong with it, David? Uh-oh. It's not playing. David, what's wrong?
Song time. There you go.
Ah, here it comes.
With a double cream, the way you're moving your lips, sipping on it, girl, you know what you're doing to me. Is it hot in here? Is there something in the air like steam from a coffee cup? If someone called the police, we'd have to give it up, 'cause we could get arrested for what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail. The college kid smiles, the cashier blushes, and the businessman loosens his tie. The rich lady winks, the granddaddy thinks, if I was only back in my prime. Everybody gets a picture, but nobody's looking at what's so obvious. If someone called the police, then we just call it love. 'Cause we could get arrested for what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail. Whoa, 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 whoa. We could go to jail. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We could go to jail. Hell yeah! For what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail. We could go to jail. Hell yeah! We could go
Hello. Oh, yes, we're back on. Yes, that was called We Could Go to Jail. And I've forgot the name of the band already. But anyway, my rant was about the NoCo Sheriff of Pasco County, as in no cooperate. Come on, we need a new sheriff. Let's make it happen. If we have less than a month to go, let's go with it. Now, I wanted to say one thing about the presidential race. Neither one is wanted. Now, Obama, he is an illegal president, and he should be impeached. He was born in Egypt. That is illegal to be a president. You have to be born in this country. And he's brought down this country because he's Muslim, and he don't care because when he goes to now this is what I've heard, but I'll only tell the truth on this program. This is what I've heard. Now, if you've read the Bible or anything, this is what's going to happen is he's going to, once he gets elected, I think this is a fixed election. When he gets elected, he's going to put into law that we have to put a chip in our hand or in our forehead. Whoa. Well, when it comes to that, you can kiss my ass. You want to try me?
Shocking,
Come on.
man. Shocking.
You can kiss my ass. I ain't gonna do shit like that. You want to do that? Come on, let's do it out. I've got a lot of people that don't want that. So what right does anybody have to say that you have to put something in your hand or your forehead? An electronic chip. The thing about this electronic chip is that you can't buy food. You can't buy anything. It allows you to buy anything, food or they're supposed to put money on. At first, they're going to say it's for health care.
Oh my
God!
Oh no!
Bullshit! Yeah. If they really want to do something, don't involve us. All right, just go to another country and do that with them, not with the United States. This is a Christian country, and don't you forget it. Now, as far as who is that other candidate? Romney.
Oh no!
Romney is so out of touch with people. See, he's a multi-millionaire. And he's never had to go without money. I challenge him to go for a week or a month without relying on the money that he has made over the years. I challenge him to do without that money and make it just like some of the rest of us have had to do. But you know what? He would never, ever step up to the plate for that because he could never do it. I don't believe he could ever survive a day without it. So this is one of my ranting ravens.
Yeah, ranting and raving, man.
I'm hoping to say that. When it comes to the main vote, when I do come to vote on somebody, it won't be Romney, and it won't be Obama. I'm going to write in my own candidate. You know that. Let's see, who was that candidate that we had the last election? Let's see. How many candidates do you remember from the last election?
2.
Oh, there was
3.
I
don't know, man.
There was actually about 10 to 15.
Oh man,
people actually could write in their own candidate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of them. Then
there's one candidate that I'd like to write in, but I'll be able to tell you about it here in a minute. So let's hear a little bit more about some rock.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what
we're going to have David J. Rockit on some new stuff, and then I'm going to let you know about what candidate I'm going to be writing in for you.
All that politics, man, and I know Rockit Man is preaching to us. It seems like a good day in hell here, a good day in hell, and got to watch out. moving. Can't you see she wants you? Yeah, she has you deep in her eyes. You've been wondering why she haunts you. Beauty in the devil's disguise. She can tell you all about it. Yeah, she sees it in the stars. She'll burn you if you try to put her down. Oh, well, it's been a good day in hell, and tomorrow I'll be glory bound. High, she can keep you loaded, feeding your whiskey and wine. Fire, the devil's on the phone. Yeah, he laughs and says you're doing fine in that big book of names. I wanna go down in flames, seeing how I'm going down. Oh, well, it's been a good day in hell, and tomorrow I'll be glory bound. Trucking, it's all I've been doing. Every girl's a fork in the road. Stuck in some sticky situations, feeling like I wanna explode. All this gratification and sick conversation. Someone get me out of this town. Oh, well, it's been a good day in hell, and tomorrow I'll be glory bound. Oh, well, it's been a good day in hell, and tomorrow I'll be glory bound.
All right, David J. on the guitar. Now, I wanted to let you know about the write-in for a candidate that I have. Okay, it's not Obama. It's certainly not Romney. Did you know that Ralph Nader
Wow, yeah.
actually ran last one?
Yeah.
My write-in for a candidate is Darth Nader.
Hey, man, you can't beat that.
I challenge all of you guys, all of you people to waste your vote and put in Darth Nader for your candidate. I want to see how many people can put this in their ballot, even if it's an absentee ballot. You know, everybody write in Darth Nader. Darth Nader. Not to be confused.
Nader's Raiders. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Darth Vader.
Vader?
No,
oh, yeah.
This is Darth Nader.
Yeah.
That would be an excellent candidate to write in because there was a movie that was done not too long ago where the way they wanted to convey was saying none of the above, not all of the above. All of the above is null. So when you vote this November, I'm sorry, write in Darth Nader. That is all. When it comes to something like that, I know. Both candidates, I believe, are so out of touch with people that they only are concerned about those who have lots of money. You know, I could conceivably win the Florida lottery.
Well,
or the Powerball. Yeah. You know that my girlfriend had a dream about me a long time ago.
I had no clue.
And she said that I won the lottery.
Wow.
You know that sometimes when people have a dream about something, it does actually come true. What about that?
Yeah, what was your girlfriend at dreaming this? I mean, she was asleep. Let's go into some detail here. I don't want to do a hard Stern on this one now. You know.
All right, you just gave a plug to Howard Stern.
I know about
this
that.
This is the Rockit Man Show, not Howard Stern. Yeah. All right, so let's get rocking to the Rockit Man Show. Let's give it a little bit more news of what's going on in the rock and roll world. We're going to have David James doing the relay.
Well, I'll tell you, talk about security and all. Up at Radio City Music Hall, Jack White had some problems up there. He walked off stage after 50 minutes. They only did 12 songs. The crowd, though, was visibly had a lot of enthusiasm, but White was displeased with the energy level. The security said, well, it must have been the sound that he didn't like in that. But again, he quoted, Jesus Christ, is this an NPR convention? And that's what he stated to the crowd. He likes to heckle his audience rather than, kind of build them up on that. White eggs on crowds with sarcastic banter. Then joke performing the rest of the show acoustically. Only 10% of the fans will want it. So again, he was going to shut down his electric and go acoustic, meaning that the crowd wouldn't want it. So he wasn't playing to the people by any shape or form. He had his own little agenda there, but he walked off a stage and a near riot broke out. There were people banging on cars, 100 people, they claimed, banging on cars outside. There was a man in the crowd that had Jack White upset, and he was booing Jack White. And so security had to throw him out. There were angry exchanges with this shirtless fan in the front row, was removed. And so, again, there were some crazy things going on. That's Radio City Music Hall. That was last week and that. And, again, Jack White, we got to vote for him for president. And I'll tell you, he'd have a good one. He likes to do things.
Wait a minute.
There it is again.
We didn't actually mean to do this.
That's awesome.
Well, I guess we're going to be playing this again.
Yeah.
We'll be playing some local music here in a little bit.
I've been watching you shine, standing in line for a mocha with a double cream. The way you're moving your lips, sipping on it, girl, you know what you're doing to me. Is it hot in here? Is there something in the air like steam from a coffee cup? If someone called the police, we'd have to give it up. 'Cause we could get arrested for what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail. The college kid smiles, the cashier blushes, and the businessman loosens his tie. The rich lady winks, the granddaddy thinks, if I was only back in my prime. Everybody gets a picture, but nobody's looking at what's so obvious. If someone called the police, then we just call it love. 'Cause we could get arrested for what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail. Whoa, 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 whoa. We could go to jail. For what's on our mind. If we did what we're thinking, the world would have to close its eyes. Feel the heat, anyone can see the way you're looking at me. If we were doing what we felt, we could go to jail.
All right, that was the song "We Could Go to Jail." Oh yeah.
I mean, I can deal with that. I like my refrigerator, man. I like to get my own food. You know what I mean?
I wanted to say a special hello to my brother Larry, who is tuning in from West Virginia. So say hello, Larry. Hey, how you doing? And probably my dad is watching too. So, Dad, if you see this, give me a call sometime. You know, I'd love to talk with you. So we have about a minute left on the Rockit Man Show, and we want to welcome Floyd some for the next show coming up. This is the Rockit Man Show, and we want to thank all of our listeners and viewers for listening in and checking us out. So till next Monday, we want to say thank you for listening to the Rockit Man Show. Oh,
sorry. Doesn't David usually say something?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's been a magical mystery too. It's been very interesting. Thank you so much, Rockit Man. Yeah, it's David J with the Rockit Man on the Rockit Man Show. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Rockit Man Show next Monday, 7:30 to 8.